Hello, this is Piedra Luna. This is the spiritual lessons. These are the spiritual lessons for the sign of Capricorn for the month of February 2021. For the people born under the sign of Capricorn, as I was saying about the Sagittarius spiritual lessons horoscope reading, their cards, the cards on tarot cards, they actually have a correlation with astrology and with the weeks of the year and with the influence the planets have on our emotions and on our activities. So this reading is based on that. These cards that you see here on the top, the 6 cards, are the ones that represent the energy of Capricorn in the tarot cards. And they work in pairs and they have the influence of each of these two, like the devil and the two ones. They have the influence of Jupiter. The King of Swords and the Three of Pentacles have the influence of Mars, and the Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles have the influence of the Sun. So each of them would have a different influence on your sign depending on when you were born. If you were born on December 22nd to January 31st, then this would be the energy and the spiritual lessons that you are to be overcoming in February. If you are born from January 1st to the 10th, then this would be the spiritual lessons that you will be overcoming during February. And on for the third one, which is, and this is the influence of Mars, planet of Mars. And for the last one, which is, and each one has an influence of 10 days on the sign. And this one is the last, which is January 11th to the 19th, and it has an influence of the Sun, as I said already. And these are the cards that the influence that you, the lessons that you will be overcoming for that month. So starting with the season that we're at, because we also have the influence for everybody of the planets on all of us, regardless of the zodiac sign. And the energies that we have is that of Aquarius, which is of hope. It's about, as well as healing. It's about closing cycles. It's about divine providence. And we also have the energy of the Eight of Cups for the influence on the sign of Capricorn, which is a sign of leaving things behind that no longer serve us. They can be from people, from situations, to our own thoughts, to our own habits, to our vices. So that's the energy we're going through spiritually regarding the season of February 2021. So let us start with the lessons that we have for the first part of the first influence of Capricorn, which would be December 22nd to July 31st. So we have the energy of the devil and the Two of Pentacles. Now, if you're not familiar with tarot, which you probably are not, devil is the card of Capricorn, and by that, don't think like like people in Capricorn are like the devil. They're bad people. They have a bad influence. Not at all. Actually, that energy of the devil means lessons in life, and this has a lot to do with the decisions that you make in life to free yourself from material attachments that do not serve you, or material behaviors that do not serve you, and that includes vices. It includes bad behavior, of course, and it can also include toxicity with your ego, with how you manage things in life. So it's about deciding which road to take. You take the high road or you take the low road. That kind of energy. If you become a slave of things that do not serve you, or if you free yourself from that kind of energy, you free, because here the card of the devil has a couple, a man and a woman, and they're actually, it seems like they're under the influence of the devil, obviously, and they're chained to their vices. But actually the chains, well, this is a very small card, but actually these cards are minuscule. I love them because they're so cute, and I can do a zodiac reading in a small space. So if you see it, actually they're not absolute. The chain is actually loose. If they wanted to remove themselves from those chains, they could. That's a lesson from the card of the devil, so that you don't worry about it if you're actually some a bit scared about tarot and then you see the card of the devil. Some people get triggered by that, but what it means is vices in life and things they need to unattach yourself from because they're not for the higher purpose. So with these cards and this influence of knowing to make good decisions in life that will take you to the higher path and that won't take you to the wrong path, we have the energy for the people born with this influence of Jupiter. And Jupiter has an energy of good luck, of unexpected things. It's a very positive sign. It's a strike of luck kind of planet. So here that does have, I can see the influence of Jupiter here for the reading for the people born from December 22nd to July the 1st. On regards to what I see here is, now this is the spiritual lesson and it could be represented in different ways, but I see here an opportunity. There's a potential for a missed opportunity that life is giving you that could be very, like, could be financially very good for you, obviously, because it's the Ten of Pentacles. But I see that you've been doubting and you've been avoiding making this decision, and you've been handed out a good thing that is going to help you, but you feel that this is too good to be true in a way. This might be the lesson or the feeling that you might have. You might not, at the end of the month, you will realize if this was actually your lesson or not. But I see that you're stuck in your head. You're overthinking the situation too much. You're overthinking this offer too much, and it seems to be a strike of luck of potential gain. Maybe what's making you hesitate about this situation is that it might not be as stable as you will want it to be. Maybe it's a job where they tell you that the salary is not always paid on time, or is not always the same amount, and that sometimes it depends on events and is not something that is actually very controlled. Or but on the other hand, it has a lot of potential to produce a lot of money, even if it's not as constant. The influx of money is not as constant as you prefer, of course. So if this seems to be something you're going through, this is a lesson. This is the spiritual lesson for the month for you. And what the cards are asking you is that if you decide you don't want to take this opportunity, if it takes too long for you to decide if you want to take it or not, and you decide to walk away, eventually you will realize you missed an opportunity. You missed a great opportunity that was handed to you, that would have produced a lot of happiness. And there was actually, like, those kind of jobs where it's a dream job, or it's a dream opportunity, or it gets you places. So the cards are telling you to really analyze if you're overthinking the situation and you're being too inflexible, that because it does not meet the requirements that you're used to of it being constant and structure, and because it's not that structure and actually has an element of mutability or flexibility, or it varies depending on the environment or the circumstances, as it can happen when you work with commissions, or in tourism, or many things where you don't know exactly what are the profits you're going to get each month. So that might be the lesson that you're overcoming. Just think about it carefully, that it might not be something that you regret later on, that you missed a great opportunity. It could be a situation about love as well, not only about business, but the first feeling I get is about business, and for other people it might be romantic, that you're overthinking a relationship, or you're overthinking a society, or any kind of thing that involves two people, not only romantic, but also in work or in projects, or having an associate or a partner. And you might end up feeling that you lost a great opportunity if it's a person. And of course, if this is something that is relevant to your life, you would know, because you know already that's the energy of the things that are going on. So that's the lesson for you. And this is like the recommendation, just to be careful that you might not miss like a miracle that just showed up to your step, and that could be a person too. For the people that are born under the influence of Mars, which is January 1st to the 10th, and the tarot cards that represent the energy of Capricorn during this time with the influence of Mars, is the King of Swords, which of course he is definitely has that influence of Mars. Mars is the planet of of war, of strategies. But it's also about discipline because it also has, like, the Emperor card has the influence of Mars as well. So it's not always negative. It depends on the energy and the influence that it has. Mars has the capacity to make us solidify our intentions, just like a king would solidify his projects or expand his kingdom, or a businessman would expand his business, of course. So it has that energy, and that's the energy of being rational and thinking and being logical, but applying that logic to concrete projects and to material things. Not only being caught up in doing the projects and positioning yourself as a leader, but also in producing those thoughts and manifesting them into reality. So that's the energy of the people born during the time of the influence of Mars from June 1st to the 11th. And for the month of February, the lesson to overcome, actually, it's a particular lesson that is coming through. Maybe it does not apply to everyone, or maybe it applies in different ways. But what I'm seeing here is an energy of trying to be in a place of lack, maybe, and trying to change the situation. Now, lack could be of financial lack, or it could be like a tough financial situation that you might be going through, or it could be a call patch with your partner. Like you've been a bit distant, or there's been some family problems that has made you become a little like cold or isolated with, or like not isolated, but distant from your partner. And I see here that there's a life lesson and an opportunity for the following. There, I feel there's the energy of uncertainty and of temptation for the people born under this influence. And there's a temptation to choose pleasure, and that this could be from and of course this is some heavy words that I'm going to say. If it does not apply to you, don't even sweat it, don't even think about it. But during the month of February, think about it. If this might be a lesson that you might have to overcome during February. I see temptation on regards to being unfaithful, and it could be also like breaking someone's trust. It could be in doing something sneaky. It could be from the workplace, or it could be doing something sneaky that people will not approve of. It could be in your family life, even you, not only as a partner, but even as just a family member, you being the family member and doing something that's sneaky because you were kind of like in a not a good place when you made that decision, and you had that temptation at that time, and you end up doing something sneaky. The recommendation and the spiritual lesson during this time is not to do anything foolish. Don't do anything that is not of good judgment. This is not like you, because you actually like to have good judgment. So it's actually like something opposite to your energy. And you, if you do this thing, it is very likely you will be caught, and you will be seen as a fool. So the energy is the recommendation, the spiritual recommendation is to really, really think this through. This opportunity, seems like a situation that seems too good to be true, but you know in your heart is trickstery, is deceiving, is low vibration, that you're doing it out of. The decision you're taking is out of a place where you're not feeling too good or too grounded, or you're feeling like in lack, or you're feeling alone and you might be taking a wrong decision. And so the energy and the recommendation is don't be a fool, because whoever is whoever is around you and is affected by this decision is a smart person, and they will see through the bullshit, and they will see right through, and you'll be quite in trouble. Again, I see that energy, again, that influence of actually of being unfaithful, or having the temptation to be unfaithful, and like it's served right in your face, and this could have a very negative conclusion for you financially, if it's business wise, that you might be cheating, like in your business, talking to, I don't know, to associates you shouldn't be talking about, or doing something that is only for your gain, but it's sneaky and it's not okay. And you might end up losing that kingdom that cost you so, that was so hard for you to build. And it could cost you a marriage, if if this is your case, if you're married and you have the temptation for this month. So be watchful. Don't make any rational decisions, especially when it comes to things of pleasure. Don't be rash about it, because there's a lot at stake for you and a lot that you could lose. And don't be a fool, because that's how you're going to be seen, as a fool. You, whatever, if you try to do something sneaky, uh, you'll be caught very, very quickly. And so the energy, again, the recommendation is to pause, to balance things out, to be think of all the sides and everything, and take your sweet time to decide what's going on and how it could impact your life. Because if you were careless about this decision, if you go through with this temptation, then there's a lot of things you could lose. And then for the third energy of the influence of Capricorn, which is from January 11th to the 19th, people born under this time frame for Capricorn have the influence of the sun. And these cards that we have here, which are the cards that represent the energy during that time for Capricorn, we have the Queen of Pentacles and we have the Four of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is a very nurturing and giving energy. She's a very nurturing and giving queen. She's a Susie homemaker of the chart. And the Four of Pentacles is the miser of the tarot cards. Is someone who does, and that is not only on regards to being stingy with your money, which might be the influence that you have or might not. It depends if you already overcome that lesson or not, as a Capricorn born during this time frame. But it is also it's also an energy of not wanting to be vulnerable, which is very in line with the sign of Capricorn, that is a sign that wants to keep their emotions to themselves, and they don't like to say much of what's going on inside of them. And as well, they like to be very independent and not to need anyone to for their daily life or what, or their work or whatever. So this is an energy to overcome, balancing between being giving and being vulnerable. And so the lesson for those born under this sign, the lesson here is, what I see is that you finally, after a while of meditating long about a project that you want to start it, this could be a business project, or it could be a hobby, or it could be something that you wanted to do in your house, maybe maintenance, but it's something that you are dedicating your energy and your time to, and it's something that you feel very passionate about, and you finally decided after a long time that you want to do it. But you might or will encounter opposition, and people that want to put you down, and they want to tell you this is not worth it, this endeavor and this project of you that you want to develop is not worth it, that you're not going to get any money from it. And it can, in a way, all this energy, negative energy of people having opposition and trying to egg you out of your hobby and your inspiration, leads you to want to put your burdens down. And by that I mean you get bummed out, egged out, and you want to not continue with that project, because you get convinced by this negative interference that you're not going to make much money out of it. But the recommendation and the spiritual lesson is actually to overcome yourself, overcome that side of you that does not want to feel vulnerable. Probably all these negative comments get to you because you feel that if you fail, then your failure becomes something public, and of course, your sadness about the failure is going to be evident to everybody. Sorry, and that's what you want to avoid, because you don't like to feel vulnerable at all. So that is actually a lesson to overcome if you want to manifest things in your life. If you want to be successful in the workplace, in a business, or any endeavor you want to pursue, you must be willing to be vulnerable, and must be willing to feel defeat. But because the part of the growth, and all the people that are currently successful, they had to go through many failures in order to learn, and in order to adjust, until they finally found the right formula for what they wanted to develop. So that's something to take into account, to that you must overcome all that negative inner talk that you have, about that you're giving yourself. Don't let the negative comments bum you out, or make you not want to continue with your project, because there's hope for your project. It might not it might not produce all the success you wanted initially, but it would produce success. This is a star upside down. This is still a card of good outcomes. Maybe not exactly everything that you expected, but you can have actually success from this idea. Now, again, as I said, it could be business, it could be a project that you want to develop in your house, or it might be a hobby. Whatever it is, it's something that, because of that, because you don't want to feel vulnerable, and sorry, you don't want to feel defeat, and not and the what worries you most about the defeat is being exposed to others. I mean, that your defeat becomes public, as I said. But that this is a lesson to overcome, in order for you to actually um, well, why have success, and have this project come through, and give you all these illusions that you have, and all this passion that you're looking for to develop, and to feel that you actually can produce something, and to feel empowered by your actions, and be it from starting a project as a garden, or a vegetable garden, or whatever, to something more complex, as starting a business, or I don't know, any kind of project. So that would be the energy for Capricorn for the month of February 2021. It seems that it seems to be more a denser energy, not denser like in a bad way, but like tests, a lot of tests to overcome in February for Capricorn. Um, I hope this is of help, and you take the right decision, and that you go the right way. And see you later for the next reading for the month of March. Blessings. Bye.